NerdLocker.com here with comic reviews for you this week.
Unfortunately, my comic review of the week is going to be Walking Dead 85. I was not happy with it, nor was I happy with the last issue. 83, absolutely mind-blowing, and I know all of you read it and have unfortunately started crying afterwards as well. But the last 2 issues have been nothing but filler, not answering any questions that we have. In fact, only creating more conflicts. I do like that Rick finally opened up his eyes and decided that he needed to be a little bit more aggressive and plan going forward rather than just take the punches as they come. He needs to be planning more, and he's really doing it, especially in this issue. I'm only going to give it 3 Nerd Skulls this time, though.
Hey guys, it's Cubby here with my comic review this week. I reviewed Green Lantern number 66 by Jeff Johns and Doug Mahnke. Again, great Jeff Johns book. It's kind of in the middle of this War of the Green Lantern story, so there's not a lot of set ending. It's just kind of like a lot of questions, a lot of transition points, but really, really good. A lot of big questions are being asked right now, and a lot of conflicts are not getting resolved that could really impact the rest of the DC universe for quite a long time. Overall, great looking book, really well written story. So I give it 3 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
All right, my review this week is FF number 4. So far, this has been an incredible 3 issues, and this 4th one does not let down. There's just some crazy stuff going on in the Baxter building, and I'm really kind of just surprised by the direction it's going in and the characters you're seeing. This is a book I'm going to continue to read, and if you haven't started it, I suggest you pick it up. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey there, Internet. Steven here with my comic book reviews. I'm doing 2 reviews, but let me start out first with Venom number 3. So I'm a little conflicted with doing my review because part of what I want to talk about so bad about it, I can't do without doing insane spoilers. So let me just say, excellent comic book. Excellent story, bringing it back into the whole thing of how in the last one he was trapped on the island going past his 48-hour limit with the suit, and bringing the whole idea of him struggling with, is the suit going to take over or is he going to stay in charge? But then after that it goes into a whole, still keeping with that, but a different plot comes in that I don't want to say because it will spoil it, but oh my gosh, so good. I'm going to give it 4.5 skulls. The second comic book actually is just a preview on the tail end of Walking Dead. If you flip over the recent Walking Dead, it's Witch Doctor. It's interesting, let me start out by saying that. The whole premise of it is it's these doctors examining paranormal activity kind of thing, but like their first thing is they're examining a vampire. And it's interesting in the fact that it doesn't just do the idea of, oh, it's a vampire, let's explore it, but they make little jokes about, like, they make fun of Twilight in it, but like it's very like, only if you get Twilight do you really get that they're making fun of it. And they're also bringing in magic systems while bringing in the whole Christian history of hunting vampires, which I like because I'm kind of a history buff but also a magic buff. And so they bring in like, oh, we're going to use the cross to propel you, the holy water, but also we've got these magic devices that help us, and it brings a different idea of how vampires work, how the whole system of infection with vampires works. It brings back to talking about different actual vampire works like the original Dracula, and doesn't count it as of actual history, but says it recognizing it was just a piece of literature, but saying like, oh hey, they were right about this in that, which I really like, but at the same time it is still a little bit odd with how it's done. But granted, it's a preview, so who knows how it's going to develop. I'll give it 3 skulls.
All right, and a big thanks to our friends over at Maximum Comics. They have 2 locations in Las Vegas, one on the Southwest and one all the way in Henderson, so check them both out because they're amazing. That's going to do it for our comic reviews for the week, guys. See you next week.